inches beyond the edge of the shoe. That's not how that's supposed to be. Kiana's been with us for 8 years, and I can't think of it. It's felt like 18. We're getting old. You're getting old.
Have kids now?
Yeah. Thank you. I forgot what I was saying. Compliment me more.
We love you.
Kiana has probably the best voice I have ever heard in my life. Honestly, and I'm so blessed by that you have her. Singing with her, and have as a friend, and now go get dressed.
Good night, guys.
Kiana Hart. Felix Pollard's back on drums. Hey, Felix. 5 tours Felix has done with us, and he's played since, you've been with us since 2004? 2000 something. Something with 0 in front of it. And he's been with us on the road quite a bit, has seen the good, the bad, the ugly, not that there would be any bad, ever. But if there were bad, and he did have it on videotape, he would never share it with anyone. And that's one of the many things we love about Felix. That, and he is a killer on the drums. Felix Pollard. Dale Atkins is on bass. Dale's been with us. This is Dale's first tour with us, and we're getting to know him. We're getting to know his sleep habits, which are sitting straight up, sometimes standing up. It's very impressive. It's a little freaky. And he's pretty quiet, but every once in a while, you know what? Pretty much every time he opens his mouth, which is not horribly often, something funny comes out. The other night he had a joke for us on stage. Brilliant. Sort of good. And then you have another one tonight? You have one? Do you want the microphone? Dale Atkins in the premiere of his comedy career.
This is my baby. Thank you very much. And thank you. So, he told me to tell a joke tonight, so I'm going to tell a joke. You ready? So a guy wakes up one morning and he has a dot in the middle of his forehead. He's very concerned about this, so he goes to the doctor. The doctor says, well, you know, I've seen this before, and I hate to tell you this, but you're going to grow a member right out of your... A member. Yes. That's the G-rated version. A member. You're going to grow a member right out of your forehead.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
He says, a member. He says, are you sure about this? He said, yes. He says, well, can you cut it off? No, we cannot cut it off. It's connected to your brain. If we cut it off, you'll die instantly. So the guy says, wait a minute, you mean every morning when I get up and look in the mirror, I'm going to see this member coming out of my forehead? The doctor says, no, you won't see it because the balls will be covering your eyes.
From now on. Dale Atkins, folks. Oh, on guitar, the person who probably laughed about that joke way more than anybody else, Adam Fallon. I knew this would happen. Adam is young. It's his first tour with us also. Adam's only 18. And he has been doing a lot of flirting with people out by the bus. Last night we went out after the show. Adam was standing down with some of the folks, some of you guys who had waited for me to come out, and he was talking to quite a few people. And as we were walking back, I was headed back to the bus. I talked to some people and I headed back to the bus. And Adam starts following Jerome. Jerome, if you've met my security, he's about that tall. And Jerome and I are walking to the bus, and Adam is following behind us. And Jerome doesn't know that Adam's back there. So when we get to the bus, Adam thinks it's funny to grab a hold of the bus door after I'm walking in and say, I want to play!
Say what?
I love your parents.
This close to having Jerome knock his head off of his shoulders. Because he had no idea that he was back there. So Adam's learning every single day about being on the road. And we talk about him being 18 because it is very young. But because it makes it even more impressive that he's that good on guitar. Adam Fallon. And he doesn't embarrass easy, which makes it so much more fun for me. It's a challenge every night. You're gonna get it. Up there on a Radio Shack of sorts, 15 different things playing keyboards, strings, horns, everything else you're hearing. And our music director, Ben Cohn. Ben has been in the family. Ben's dad's here somewhere tonight. Hey to Ben's dad. Ben's dad has been in Ben's family forever. Ben has been in our family for several years now, and has music directed and arranged quite a bit of stuff for us. He stays extremely busy in New York. If you've been down to New York and you've seen Wicked, chances are Ben was down there conducting because that's what he does as his full-time job. And then we're lucky enough to be able to steal him away for our tours. And we also utilized his talents for this past album. We were putting the songs together for the album, and I spoke with the executive producer, Dave Novick, who's also here tonight. The executive producer of the last album. I don't know where he is. Dave and I were putting together songs, and we were trying to find out who would arrange different songs, and I said to Dave that I'd love to use Ben. I'd love to have him arrange something on the album. So I called Ben up. Dave was cool with it. Called Ben up and said, will you do something on the album? And Ben said, I'd love to, but I don't, I want to do the best I can do. So I really only have time to do one song. And I called Dave and told him this, and it was a no-brainer to me that I knew which song I wanted him to do, because there was one on the album that I've been singing since I was younger than this young man over here, since I was very small. My mom's favorite song, and she had me sing pretty much everywhere that people would pay me a quarter. I'm very cheap. Anywhere that people would pay me a quarter to sing, I would sing it. And after 20-some years of singing this song and using someone else's version, thanks to Ben and his talents for arranging, I finally got my very own version of Unchained Melody.
Yeah!
And we're going to finish with that
Unchained
tonight.
Melody.
Thank you guys very much.